Good afternoon. How do you like the gospel? Or how do you like Jesus in this gospel? I've always wondered why Jesus was like this in this particular gospel. And as I studied a little bit more about this particular attitude that Jesus had in this gospel, the way the biblical scholars look at this particular gospel was that, Jesus was employing another one of his teaching techniques. And that is, in our own time today, we will probably call it dramatics. Jesus dramatizes for the people around him, because he was around the people when this woman comes forward. He was dramatizing for them the attitudes that they had during that time. He was mirroring for them what they would do to this woman. And Jesus, we know who Jesus is. He is God. God-man. In his divine discernment, he would have known that this woman had a strong faith. And this woman was not going to just go away. After all, it's her daughter that's at stake here. Her daughter is being tormented by a demon. So in many ways, just like any mother, she would do anything. Right? Mothers? Right. Exactly. So Jesus would employ this teaching technique in order to show to the people the lesson that he was trying to teach them. Faith. Faith that doesn't take no for an answer. It's faith that persists. And so look at some of the attitudes that happen here in this gospel reading. Okay? First of all, the woman approaches Jesus, and the first attitude was silent treatment. It's like he's not there or she's not there. Many a time, this is what we employ toward people that we don't like. Treat them like they're not there. Talk to the hand, right? Or, I hear voices, We have this weird way of doing it. Sometimes, in fact, we do it to people who we consider strange, that make us feel uncomfortable. Oh, there's a person there that I don't know where he comes from, but he doesn't look like one of us. And so everybody completely ignores this guy. There was one African American man that went to one of our churches. Okay? He went to one of our churches to come to Mass. After Mass, he says, I'm not coming back to this church, Father. Like, what? What happened? Nobody looked at me in the eye. They knew I was there, and at the time to exchange peace, nobody looked to my direction. One of our churches. What kind of Catholics are we? Universal Christians, and this is how we treat an African American man who came to Mass. So it happens here in our community, that's what I'm saying, right? And all I'm saying is that this is not just during the time of Jesus. The silent treatment happens in our time, in our community, inside our own church. Take that. The second thing that Jesus employs, are you okay? Are you concerned? The second thing that Jesus employs is, now, this is something that happens to dismiss. In fact, this is what the disciples were doing. They were saying, okay, Jesus tried to give a silent treatment, so why don't we tell Jesus to just dismiss this woman? That's another thing we do. We can be very quick as like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Because I think you might want to go there. Sometimes we think like we sound like we're being kind, but the heart of it all, we're dismissing, avoiding, rejecting. You don't belong here. Might as well go there. Or if not, we are the ones that go away. Another church or another population in our own parish. There was a time when our Hispanic children came together, joined us in our schools. There are a certain population of people that left church because they did not want to get their children mixed with the Hispanic community. That happened in our community. I'm going to tell you though, this is the reality that we face, but I'm so glad to know that there's so many of us who are not like that. And that you are here because you did not leave. So it's not you. Praise the Lord! Let's give each other a round of applause for that. We're here because we were not among those people that would leave when they find other people with different color and different language coming to their church. We could be like that. That's the attitude, dismiss. What is the other attitude? Treat them like dogs. This is what's going on here, right? Jesus says, signifying this, he says, I was sent only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. In other words, I didn't come here for the dogs. I came here for the lost sheep. The one with furry hair, with beautiful fur. I didn't come here for the dogs, but when he eats crabs from the tail. Church, this is an attitude of Jesus' time. Because remember, the Jews, they were called the chosen people for a reason, right? It was through the Judaic tradition, it was through the Jews that God had made a covenant from, as we know with Abraham. And he promised to make children as numerous as the stars in the sky and the sand on the shore. What they thought about that was that, we Jews will rule over the world. And so the chosen people, this was an attitude, a Judaic attitude of that time. And so those other people that were mixed with other bloods, ergo the Samaritans, right? The Samaritans were intermixed with other races, other cultures. They have their own thing going. They were considered second-class citizens. The Canaanite woman would have been one of them, a Samaritan woman. In other words, she's not in the purebred people. It happened in our history, didn't it? Why do we look back to what happened to the Nazis at the time of Hitler, for example? When there was a complete destruction of a certain population or race, was because they were called to be the superior race, and those were not the real human beings. And so they were made into scientific studies, they were used for all kinds of things that were weird. That the same concept kind of applies to this particular idea. We are the sheep, those are the dogs. We are better, they're not. They're lower class. You don't want to mingle with those. That's another attitude that happens. May I say, not in our churches. I don't think that this happens in our churches. It happens though when we expand farther out in this area. There is one church, a Catholic church, that has something was said about how they are better than all the others. Catholics! Welcome to the church. But this is not, church, this is not the intention of Jesus Christ. That was not his teaching. He was not doing it so that we will do it also. It's the apophatic way. We will do it, he was doing it in order for us to see objectively the ugliness of that. To do silent treatment, to dismiss, to treat people like lower citizens. The ugliness of all of that, we have to see at a distance in order for us to see, project ourselves. Wow, is that how I'm doing it? With the hopes that we would not. It's a teaching technique. And so finally the woman says, in her humility and in her steadfastness and in her pure intention to help her daughter, she would embrace that humility and say, but Lord, even the dogs would eat from the scraps that fell on their master's table. she would be treated like a dog. She would be considered like a dog. As long as she gets the scraps for her daughter. Can you see how much faith she had at this moment for Jesus? It didn't matter anymore. What mattered that she knew that Jesus would make it happen. Church, we are the Catholic Church. The church that spread throughout the world. The universal church, billions strong. If we do not know how to welcome and treat other people, no matter how different they may look from us, what are we doing being Catholics? If you go to a World Youth Day, and you see all the different kinds of children and youth of the world, the World Youth Day, like that one in the Philippines in 1994. Was it 1994? World Youth Day? I don't remember anymore. 94, 95. 4 million youth and chaperones and volunteers were in the Philippines. 4 million people. All praising God and worshiping Jesus and celebrating the Eucharist together. That was for me a vision of heaven. When everyone of different race and tongue had a place to be able to celebrate in the union, the communio, in the union of sacrament and word. That is the vision of Jesus Christ. And that is why when he, remember this, especially in the second reading, we're hearing St. Paul allude to it in the second reading today, because St. Paul was very clear about this. He understood that Jesus was not trying to create an ethnic religion, just like the Greek religion of the time, which is, the Greek gods are all, there are a set of Roman gods, there is a set of Greek gods, and there is the monotheistic gods of the Jews. They call them Yahweh, the set name of God. All of these were connected to a specific culture or race. They were all ethnic based. Judaism, the old Roman religion, the old Greek religion, they were all based on ethnic communities. It was only the Christianity, from that root, it was only Christianity that had the vision of breaking down the boundaries of ethnicities and race in order to spread this one all-embracing love. The religion of Jesus Christ, was teaching the world. This was new. This was a new idea at the time. And everyone embraced it. Everyone that heard about it said, yeah, why do we have to break it down? Why do we have to put these barriers? We embrace this all-encompassing universal religion. And we know it today as a Catholic Church. We have to be proud of it. We have to be proud of it. And that is why in St. John Paul II, it is my vision as your pastor that I share with so many of you that we become a church that welcomes every single person even though they don't look like us, or talk like us, or eat like us. Maybe they eat with their hands, maybe they eat with a chopstick, maybe they eat with a fork, maybe they eat with a wrapper. I don't know what they eat with. But either way, all of these people have a place in the banquet of the Lord. It's the same Jesus bread. It's the same body of Christ that we partake. And so we have to be united together, because that is the best vision of heaven that we can ever have. I call upon you, my dear church, to take to heart the message of the gospel this weekend. Because until we have an all-encompassing, all-embracing attitude toward our religion, our Christianity, we can never be the church that Jesus dreamed to be. 2,000 years after that moment, when the Canaanite woman pled before Jesus, we are here today listening one more time. Let that faith save you, and let that faith incorporate with it an all-embracing and welcoming love. Amen.